Hello, this is the Engaging NLP for Families, tip 9. I may have missed tip 8, in which case I'll do another one that's tip 8. And does that matter? No. The point of this exercise really is to introduce you to some of the core NLP beliefs of excellence, techniques, and so on that will help you at this time. So this one that I want to talk about is choices and process. These are different ways that we live our lives, and we're all different, but we tend to have a preference for whether we have choices or we like process. So let me explain this. Choices is where you like options. So if, say, your child is a choices child, they will want to have a choice of whether they do their homework before or after tea, whether they do this homework before this homework, or whether they watch this or watch that, or do this or do that, or wear this or wear that. They like options, and that's how they go. You know, that is them. Some prefer process, and what that means is I need to do this, then I need to do this, then I need to do this, then I need to do this. Now, somebody who is process will find choices very confusing, and I've spoken to mums who fear that their child has anxiety because they've given them choices, but actually that then throws them. It's like, what? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. That's not anxiety. What that is you're giving them your way of processing your world, which is choices, and their way is process, which is where things are sequential, one after the other. Choices is more synchronic, where I could do this, I could do this, I could do that. And actually they enjoy that. People who are choices enjoy that element of options. Some don't. So the thing is to know which your child is. Now, I know you're going to say, well, it's no good if they want choices, but actually they have to do this thing. Then, yeah, of course. But then you give them choices within that. So yes, bedtime might be a certain time and that's non-negotiable, but they could choose what pajamas they wear. They could choose whether they have their story in or outside of the covers. They could choose whether they have the light on or off, whether they have this cuddly or that cuddly to read the story, whether they have, do you see what I mean? You can offer them choices within what is your designated process. If, on the other hand, you are choices and their process, and you give them if you give them process and their choices, if you give them choices and their process, whatever happens, it's going to be like a foreign language to them. So it's really important to know, does my child like choices? They may in some circumstances like choices and others not. So I've certainly worked with children who like choices when they've come back from school. That's like their free time. They want to have choices, but actually they're perfectly happy with process during the day because that's sort of what they've got used to. But it's like, now I'm home, I can be more myself, and I actually want to have some choices here. So the best way really, if you're not sure, is to ask, would you like a choice here? And if they say yes, then you can say, well, okay, so the choice is whether you have a glass of milk or a glass of water while you do your homeschooling. Your choice is whether you have a piece of toast or a biscuit. So you give them choices to satisfy their choices need, but it's still within the confines of what needs to happen for you. Okay, choices and process.